Now, to find the number of acres in a tract, we have to start always with 640 acres in a section, which is why it's vastly important you remember that number. And then you just divide it by the denominator of each fraction of the legal description. For example, if you get a math question that says the southwest quarter of the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter of a certain parcel contains how many acres, this is how you would solve it. Start with 640, and then just hit divide by, and then whatever number you have as a denominator for however many of them you have. So we have 4 quarters here. So we'll divide it by 4, then by 4, then by 4, then by 4. And that tells us that looking for that piece of land gives us 2.5 acres. Or, if you recall from when I did the colored boxes a moment ago, we quartered it 4 separate times, which was that little green box, and that is the 2.5 acres that we were looking for just now. Now these questions can get a little more nasty, and will be your arch nemesis. Now if the word and is in the middle of a description, you need to calculate the acres on either side of and separately, and then add them together to find the total number of acres. Note that the word will not have any emphasis on it, so your eyes will just skate across it. So here we go. The southeast quarter of the northwest quarter and the northeast quarter of the southwest quarter. You'll start with 640 and then divide it by 4. Then we had another fraction, so another 4. And then we see the word and, so we stop. That equals 40. Then we pick up again, restarting with the 640 again, because technically when it says and, we're looking at a separate piece of property, which means we still have to start from the same 640 to find out how many acres it is on its own. Now this one's rather simple because it's the same thing, it just has 2 quarters, so 640 divided by 4 equals 40. And then you just add the numbers together, 40 plus 40 equals 80, and that's it. Do be aware, if you forgot the and, you would have came up with 2.5, and they more than likely will have that weighting as an answer.